Hello everyone, it's Katie, it's Thursday, you're watching The Rough Cuts, and today I'm doing my top 10 of the decade. Number 10, You Can Count on Me, starring Mark Ruffalo and Laura Linney. An independent movie that came out in 2003 or something. Anyway, great movie about a brother and sister and their relationship, and I love this movie. It's like a play, and I love movies that are like plays. Just dialogue driven and so great. If you haven't seen it, check it out. You Can Count on Me. Number 9, I'm doing as a double feature, Fahrenheit 9/11 and The Hurt Locker. Both movies about Iraq. One, the documentary by Michael Moore, and the other, the fictional story about soldiers in Iraq. I think they're companion pieces. I think they should be put together. You know, I don't know. They're both important movies and speak volumes of the decade and the problems with the war in Iraq. 8, Shaun of the Dead. One of the best comedy zombie movies, maybe one of the best zombie movies ever. So well done. By the way, my dog Simon, he's named after the star of this movie, Simon Pegg. So yeah, I love this movie. It's an amazing movie, so well directed. Edgar Wright is a genius. Yeah. Number 7 is a mistake, but I don't care. Being John Malkovich, that came out in '99, which is... Anyway, I was going through top 50 lists of the decade, and someone put John Malkovich on there, and so I wrote it down. And then I looked it up on IMDb right before I was about to do this, and I'm like, that came out in '99. Anyway, I'm gonna leave it in there. It's an amazing movie, it's an important movie, and definitely influenced the rest of the decade. You know, totally bizarre, almost dreamlike, weird, genuinely weird, and I think it influenced so many independent movies of the 2000s. Number 6, Once, a real independent movie. Not like Juno or Little Miss Sunshine. Those are not independent movies. Those people got paid a lot of money to be in those movies. Once is a real independent movie. It's so well done. It's such a realistic love story. I love this movie, and it is proof that you could make an amazing movie with no money. Pan's Labyrinth. This movie scared me so deeply. The villain in this movie, this creatures, and oh my god. The movie freaked me out. It was so creative and so scary and just like, just amazing and creative and just terrifying. Anyway, I love the Pan's Labyrinth. That's my number, what was it? That's number 5. What the fuck? Am I doing the numbers right? Number 4, Capturing the Friedmans. Capturing the Friedmans is a documentary that starts out being about clowns, literally about clowns, about party entertainers, and it turns into a documentary about a father and son who are arrested and charged with molesting in a classroom. It is one of the most amazing documentaries I've ever seen. It's just a really intense watching experience, viewing experience. Truly engaging. Just one of the best documentaries of the decade. 3, Lord of the Rings. Now, I know I could get a lot of shit for this, but you've got to understand. All 3 Lord of the Rings, that will define the decade. And it's a major accomplishment. I mean, Peter Jackson spent 10 years working on those movies, if that, maybe even more. It's a filmmaking achievement. It's a major accomplishment, and it will always be part of this decade, or that last decade, not this decade. Anyway, it's important, Lord of the Rings, and they're very well done films. 2, The Kill Bills. You know, both Kill Bills, mainly the first one for me. I was just really into it. Just so much fun. Genuinely had an amazing time in the theater, as always with Quentin Tarantino movies, pretty much. It's just like a freaking blast to be sitting in the movie theater. And my number one is Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. I freaking love this movie. I could watch this movie like 100 times today. Just today. I just love it. I mean, Kate Winslet and Jim Carrey are amazing in it. Kate Winslet is so amazing in it. I mean, you guys have seen it. And if you haven't, like, you know, get with the program, you know? Just so sweet. I mean, a movie about two people who have broken up and hate each other, but through that are recounting how much they loved each other and how a relationship can deteriorate, which is so sad. The sequences where he's having his memory erased and he's having flashbacks of his life with her, and they're just so dreamlike. They're just so similar to what it's like to dream, and that's probably the closest representation to dreaming I've ever seen on film. Anyway, I love the movie. Best of the decade, in my opinion. Anyway, that's it. Thanks, everyone. I'm sorry I'm like talking so fucking fast, because I knew that I didn't want this video to be too long, but it might be too long. Anyway, see you next week.